feels like my purpose on this island is just to be dehydrated.
So this is a show presented by Bear Grylls, where he puts a team of men against a team of women to see who can survive and thrive on an inhabited Pacific island. Let's find out.
One will be inhabited by 14 British men, while a separate island will be home to 14 British women.
So throughout this video, I'm gonna be observing and watching both genders to see who can survive the best on the island. I'm gonna see how they both hunt for food, build a shelter, start a fire, and who takes the responsibility for keeping everything going smoothly. And teamwork, obviously. So the first thing that they gotta do is to find a place to camp. And the best place would be the beach, because it's far away from all the animals, spiders, and snakes that are in the forest. But the team of women has to argue about who's gonna do this and who's gonna do that.
So one group's going to go look, and one group's going to stay here.
Who's in the go group?
Me.
I'm used to being in forests, and I'm not going to be really happy if people start telling me I'm going the wrong way.
Meanwhile, the men already found the beach where they're gonna set up camp.
I found the sea.
So when the different groups of women split up, they got lost.
The expedition party have spent all day in the searing heat, only to find they've walked in one big circle, back to Coconut Beach.
Julie, you just order me about all the...
So the first day wasn't great. On the second day, when they tried to find the camp with the first group again, this is what happened.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time. Having pushed through the jungle for 2 days, they're not one step closer.
So the second group took the matter into their own hands and decided to go find the first group.
They haven't found us, so we've got no alternative but to find them, because we've stayed and we've waited, I don't even know, 2 days, 3 days?
And eventually, they succeeded at it.
Just for comparison, I will point out that at the end of the show, 2 men, Kyle and Sam, got lost in the forest at night and were still able to make it back to camp in the same day. I will also point out that the fire the women were trying to protect went out, making the whole reason they split up completely pointless.
The channel Think Before You Sleep did a really good job breaking this whole series down. I recommend you guys to go check him out. So that whole journey was just a waste of time and energy. I think that all of them could have gone to find a place to camp, then start a fire. But I gotta give them props because they did eventually start a fire.
Very nearly there.
Here we go!
Oh, my God! Wow! I don't want to sound too cocky too early.
No, I don't think we should.
I don't think we should at all. But right now,
we're winning.
And now hunting begins. The men already managed to catch a crocodile, which is impressive. They teamed up on the crocodile and caught it. And to be honest with you, they made it look so easy.
3, go!
Get in there, boys! Woo!
Actually wrapping up a dinosaur.
We just caught a prehistoric animal.
On the women's island, 2 piglets showed up out of nowhere. If that isn't luck, then I don't know what luck is. But I'm glad they're gonna have a source of food for the next couple of days.
There's a pig, there.
hello.
All they've eaten in a week are a few handfuls of yucca and coconut.
We've got 2 of the cutest little piglets
Their
here.
little tails wag like dogs, they're so cute.
But as we all know, the feminine side of them is still deciding if they want to kill and consume the piglets or not.
Everything that moves on that island really should be seen as a potential source of food, and that includes the pigs.
Oh, you're so cute. Come here, Sage. I'm here.
But right now they're sleeping with the pigs, feeding them, taking care of them. They treat them like pets basically, except killing and eating the pigs.
The fate of Sage and Onion hangs in the balance. The women have befriended them and now can't agree whether or not to eat them.
I am hungry. I don't think I could look into his little piggy eyes and then kill him.
But I'm sure it's not gonna last once starvation kicks in. So they decided to go on a hunt for the mother of the piglet.
A hunting party led by Lauren has stumbled across a sleeping pig in the middle of the jungle.
Personally, I think that you should not think twice if an opportunity presented itself to you, especially if you are in survival mode, because things could go wrong at any second. So your focus should be on getting food, water, and keeping a fire, so you don't starve or get dehydrated. Now, of course, because they are on an island, another source of food would be fish. So the men waste no time and made a fishing net to catch fish. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there were some disagreement between them about whether it's the right way to catch fish or not.
Hey, yo! Do you trust me? I would never trust a stranger.
Am I a stranger?
Yeah, at first you were.
Okay.
It's taken me longer to get used to you than it has any other guys. They sound a little bit like me. So unfortunately, I don't trust you.
So the man who wants to catch fish using the net had to prove himself to earn everyone's trust.
Sam, farmer, my hat comes off to you, sir. Well done you for having the balls and the determination to fix them every time. Because that certainly weren't my cup of tea.
This is normal behavior. Men are like this. They're gonna be skeptical at first about anything. But once they see the result of your work and see that you are a team player, they will follow your lead on the things that you know better than them.
Yes! No way!
There's a lot of whooping coming from those nets, people.
All I wanted was just a fish. One fish. How many fishes have we got?
20!
And now we go and take a look on how women catch fish on their island.
You have fish? One fish?
He's gonna throw it!
Oh, you're very, very kind. Whoa!
Now, I think that is a...
And that is the privilege of being a woman. You get food handed to you by a stranger if he sees that you are in need or if you ask him. Women are likely to get more help than men. Men, on the other hand, have to perform. And that is why we are different.
Barracuda?
We caught a fish!
Yeah!
Oh my God, it's massive!
Guys, remember the pig that they caught? The women decided to preserve what's left of the pork. But this is how it turned out.
Preserved pork no longer edible. The women removed the pig's remains and jerrycan of putrid meat from the camp. Unconvinced they could salvage a rancid jerrycan and use it to purify the water again, the women throw it away.
So it was a bad idea from the start to preserve the pork, because they're not in a cold place where they can preserve meat and eat it for another day. And they also screwed up when they threw a container that filters water for them. So I can't say that I did not expect this to happen to them. Take a look.
The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
Another day goes by and they got no food and no water.
Another day, and once again, no breakfast.
I mean, this is what happens when you don't take the right decisions. Meanwhile, on the men's island, they're just enjoying themselves after a long day of work. And that's how it should be. They do the necessary stuff first to keep themselves alive. And then they enjoy the rest of the day.
Pass me a bit.
It's like snake crisps.
Like pork, it's very like pork scratching.
Back to the women's island, it's becoming more and more critical and worse for them.
Almost 2 weeks without a meal. The group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
I'm seeing this and I know that they don't even have the energy to hunt for food or find water. And obviously they're gonna lose weight because of starvation. I'm just glad that there is a woman with them that has a good head on her shoulders, because some of them were celebrating when they lost that weight.
But when the pounds are dropping off because of starvation and malnutrition, it's a dangerous mindset to have. And it really is not a cause for celebration.
£135. Harvey!
I used to go to swimming club, right, every Monday. I feel like I'm back there.
I have to say, I don't find starvation a good way of losing weight. I don't think we should be celebrating.
And this is actually what it's like to be on the verge of death.
I don't want to drink the water. It tastes of poo. You drink it, then you go, and then you vomit.
It feels like a purpose on this island. It's just to be dehydrated.
So
Luckily for them, this is a show. But if this was real life, I don't think they can last or survive that long.
Their situation is now beyond critical.
Medical advice is that the castaways are now so critically dehydrated that within a few hours, their lives will genuinely be in danger. So really, I've got no choice.
And of course, he has no choice but to rescue them, because this is just a show at the end of the day. Meanwhile, on the men's island, they already have enough water for everyone, and they're not complaining about how it tastes.
Have you learned to hate drinking warm water?
Actually, it's good. It's really good.
And you don't have to kind of just knock it back. It's decent water. Yeah. The water was not an issue. Yeah. And actually dehydration was your own fault rather than lack of water.
Guys, I'm 100% serious when I say this. This is what it's like to survive. You have to adapt with the environment that you're in, because this could be me, you, or anyone. So it's crucial to learn a thing or two about survival. The world is a cruel place and it doesn't care about your feelings. So you need to be always prepared for what's next. Now, after getting help from the host of the show, the women just started to act lazy. No one wants to do anything anymore. And this is why privilege is invisible to those who have it. Once they knew that they're gonna get help in any critical situation, they treated this whole experience like a vacation.
Whilst the rest of the women are more interested in sunbathing and relaxing on the beach.
Oh, this is why we came here. This bay is an absolute dream, isn't it?
Beth and Lauren wake to discover none of the other women have done any work.
It is okay, I see it as a vacation too. But personally, I'm not gonna chill or relax until I have all the necessary stuff for me to survive.
If I hadn't turned up today, and I turned up in 6 months, I bet these guys would be in pretty good shape.
I'm not sure what he's talking about right here, because these women were clearly not gonna survive if he didn't rescue them. So it's pretty contradiction of him to say that.
I knew it. I knew the stereotype was wrong, you know? But I knew they could nail it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they nailed it. They survived, which is something I'm glad for. But other than that, I hope this experience opened their eyes on why men and women are different and why we can't be equals.
We're winning.